So, welcome to Dear Bombshell Valentine's Day edition. Now, with this one here, you all have asked me different questions, but it really boils down to two main questions. And those are, what's a perfect Valentine date idea and what is the perfect gift? What you may not know is there's 4 levels of relationships. There's the almost serious, which is like friends. See this face? It's like, you don't even bother. Then there's going steady. Again, why are you even calling yourself in a relationship in my book? Then there's the serious, and then there's the Mr. and Mrs. Each series of relationship has a different gift, has a different idea of a date. It's all about that getting personal, getting, to be that one-on-one. What is something that's going to touch and melt their heart and show them that you care? That's the bottom line. Time with them, of course. Effort for your thankful planning, and how are you going to think about putting all that effort and time into this date? And how are you going to move ahead? Well, I'm here to help you. So be grateful. We're going to start with the almost serious. Now, to me, this one's just like your two friends hanging out. But I roll. I just met my Valentine's Day date after Christmas. Now, we're not quite official. We've only gone out maybe 3 or 4 times. And you call yourself dating? Does your friends know you're dating? Does your family know you're dating? Are you even bothering to ask this question? Anyway. I come to you today wondering what would be the great date idea for my Valentine, also the perfect gift. Well, if you're not really serious, but you're almost serious, which it kind of, contradicts each other, don't you think? Almost serious? So you're almost, what, getting your picture taken together? I have questions regarding that. You might as well just say, I don't even know you, Anyway, I say avoid the serious dinner date that most people will probably do because it's a serious holiday. You want to go for something simple, like dessert, say at Tuscola, Illinois. They have a Fleischner's, the homemade candy store. It's called the Candy Kitchen. And they have homemade ice cream, so you could go there for that. You want to keep your gift very simple, just like a stuffed animal, a bouquet of flowers, a box of chocolates, or yes, the solar dancing animal at the Dollar General. Now, for the next people who are going steady, I swear to goodness, y'all are going back to high school with these terms. This is our 2nd year of going steady with my man. Our relationship feels new. Really, we reach new adventures every day. What would be a great way to celebrate our love on a Valentine's date idea as well as gift? Okay, I'd say you want to do a classic dinner at a favorite fancy restaurant. Then play truth or dare. This is the perfect opportunity to get to know him a little bit better. Or pack a picnic. Go stargazing. Talk and focus on each other. And the good, the bad, all of your insecurities, get it out there now. Because if you air your insecurities later to even a friend, and it gets back to him 15 ways different from Sunday, you're not going to have a relationship. It'll become a battleship, and we all know what happens when you play the game of battleship. You sink the battleship, so there goes the relationship. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, you want to share everything. Your ups, your downs, your, positive, negatives, everything. They have gifts at Dollar General for guys to get their girl and vice versa, so don't break the bank on the holiday. Now, the next 2 are my favorite kind of relationships. You have your serious, and then you have your Mr. and Mrs. Now, you're serious, that means you're taking pictures together. You're not ashamed of your one that you're with. You actually give a hoot what they're doing, when they're doing it, and what they're up to. Now, here comes the question. My man and I are in a serious relationship. We feel comfortable with each other. We talk about romance and we celebrate the holidays together. I should hope so if you're in a serious relationship. We just are becoming so dull. that we need a little excitement to spice up our dull and boring life during the holiday. We know that the bombshell can provide us with not only a date idea, but the perfect gift idea as well. Thank goodness you came to me if your life is that dull and boring. Well, let's just say, if you're serious, you got to learn how to take time with each other so you'll spend time laughing, getting to know each other. Well, by that time you should get to know each other pretty well. Laughing and just spending time together, celebrating your love, your relationship, and being able to, go sing karaoke, whether it's here on YouTube and you have a YouTube channel and you say, hey, handsome, get over here and sing with me. Or, you go out to movie and a dinner together, you share a few laughs, but the romance isn't forgotten. And, if you want to do an at-home DVD, get a romantic comedy. Pop some popcorn. Now that you two are serious, you could get a gift like a new watch, gear for their favorite hobby, something to show that you have taken time and effort to focus on them and not the rest of the world. There's one of my favorite songs by Rodney Atkins, and it's about, you would think, a song of loss of love. But he asked her, what do you really want from me, basically? And she's like, honesty, sincerity, tenderness, and trust. A little less time for the rest of the world, and more for the two of us. Kisses each morning, I love you at night, just like it used to be, the way life was, but when you really love me. I think that's how it goes. But Honesty by Rodney Atkins, every man should be forced to listen to that song. Maybe they would get it up here about what a woman wants. Next, marriage for the Mr. and Mrs. This means you've reached the ultimate level of commitment. There is a ring on his finger, and he has to come home to you every night, no questions asked. And you have to get along 24/7. Well, the best you can. Anyway, this is from one of my guy friends, so we'll take it seriously. My gal and I, well, we've been married now for about 4 years. That's a long time. I need date ideas to help keep our romance going strong, bombshell. This is a big one. Valentine's Day. Yeah, I need help. What's your idea of a perfect date and a perfect gift? Well, I'm here to help you. There is a great, right romantic heart right here to help you with this idea. You need to have the old-fashioned 3-course date. That's where you have appetizers, entree, and dessert. You eat at the place that you first met. Why? You want to recreate that first moment that you laid eyes on her and she laid eyes on you, and you knew that there was no one else other than her for you. This has to hold special meaning as a couple. Then you come home and you make this date jar. Now you're looking at me going, okay, what does that require? Easy. You go out to the Dollar Tree. They sell these mason jars with a lid on it. You're going to go back home. You're going to get a notepad of paper right here. Okay? Going to get a pen. What are you going to do? You're going to give her a sheet of paper. You're going to write it down on a sheet of paper and a pen. So this is not a pen, but here we go. Right here for visual aid. Anyway, you're going to write down your idea of perfect dates for 2020. She's going to do the same. You're not going to read them. You're not going to exchange what you think. Okay? Those are going to go into what they call a date jar. Now, that date jar is what you purchased out there at the Dollar Tree for $1. See what I'm going with this? Simple, homemade. You don't spend a whole lot. Thought counts on holidays. You put those ideas in the mason jar, screw the lid on. Each and every day, you take out one of those ideas. Because you're with them 24/7. You're married. You got that band on your hand. You're keeping that romance fresh. How you doing it? You made the date jar. So you have time and effort spent into the holiday. What the holiday is really about is you two as a couple. So therefore, you're able to do that. I know some of you out there going, okay, but I have kids. Okay, I'm sure you dedicate a date night, right? That's why you need a date night jar. So you can go to that date night jar, reach in there, grab out an idea. Maybe it's your idea, maybe it's his idea. But you do what's on that little sheet of paper. And that, to me, is the greatest thoughtful gift that you can give someone. Of course, photos are very important. I need photos. I need photos for the first day that we met, photos for, every relationship moment, which is birthdays, anniversaries, and all that stuff. And that happened after I went through the 8.5 years with Mike. And the reason that I'm a big photo person, it's not because I want to have a glorious picture of myself and my guy. No, it's because I want memories. And whether they're memories to keep and remember and cherish, or whether they're memories to be like, just say no, or memories to be like, oh my gosh, I was a fool. Why did I let him go? At least they're memories that I will have for years to come. So I say, if it's not your first, anniversary together on Valentine's Day, maybe something sweet to do. Get that photo album out from your wedding and go through it and be like, look, this is when we cut the cake. Oh, look at this picture here. Look at how your hair looked, or look at what she's wearing, or just stuff like that. The time and effort you spend together on this holiday is much more important than whatever you receive. And I know there's girls out there going, Donna, I do not want a Ring doorbell. I want the ring. Don't be telling them that. Okay, I get where you're coming from. But what you need to realize is, don't be so materialistic. And, we all can't afford everything that y'all want. And, we all have wants and needs. I'm sure that, if I was in a relationship right now, I would probably be wanting to get him the moon, earth, and stars if I could. Not saying that I wouldn't want to, okay? But I also have gifts that I haven't used from other holidays, so I'm really set, So, plus I bought that little kissing bear thing. But I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be about how much you break the bank. It should be about how much you love and care from the heart more than your bank account. So I hope that everyone who watches these videos understands that. The main thing is, you have to get, or if somebody was married and wanted to get roses for their loved one, I would say get a rose for every year that you've been married. And then put that in the card that this is a rose for every year we've been married. Whether it's 1 year, 2 year, whatever. You could do the roses thing. You could get a luxurious throw because you're married and you're going to get to share that throw every night. But most of all, bottom line it, everybody, don't break the bank. Don't be expecting him to break the bank. And if you're him and you're wanting her to get you, say, a new plow for the tractor, don't be expecting that to happen either. So you got to be a little bit giving, but remember, work within your budget. And they shouldn't matter about that anyway, because they're there to spend time with you. They're there to, celebrate what you two have together as a couple. So that's my Valentine's Day advice for you all. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow for How Was Your Day Bombshell.